Yo, what is up, guys? Today we will be previewing round 4 of the NRL season, giving my tips and predictions. And sorry, guys, for no tipping video last week, or no videos, no videos at all last week. I'm sorry, I was pretty busy doing other stuff. Anyway, first game, pretty interesting one. Roosters and Penrith. Both teams absolutely destroyed their oppositions. But I think the one thing that separates the Roosters from Penrith is no Nathan Cleary. And that's a huge out for Penrith. He's out for a month, hamstring. I think the Roosters obviously battered the Rabbitohs at Allianz last week. And, 6 days later, I think. And now play Penrith. And I think the Roosters' bench is much stronger than Penrith's. And I think the Roosters should win, but it will be a close game. I think the Roosters win 22-16. I think this will be very tight still. It doesn't matter if Cleary's out for Penrith, because I think the defence will still hang on. Good Friday. One of the most interesting ones we've had in a while to preview. The Rabbitohs, they suck. They're 0-3. They got absolutely destroyed by the Roosters last week. That was one of the worst Rabbitohs performances I've ever seen. And the Bulldogs, well, they've been pretty decent to start off this season. I don't think those losses against Parramatta and the Sharks show how actually pretty good they were for most of those games. But I just think Souths they have a stronger team, Souths. And normally this game's a smashing, but I really hope it isn't, because this is a really interesting game to preview for Good Friday, with both of these teams not being that great to start the year. I guess the Bulldogs have been okay, but yeah, I think Souths will get a win, 20-16. Probably the more interesting of the two Good Friday games, let's be real. The Broncos and the Cowboys from Suncorp. This game, don't know how to feel. I think the Cowboys, obviously they've started the season well. They're 3-0. The Broncos, they've started a bit shakily, 1-2, but it's round 3. You can't get too up and about. No Haas, no Walsh for this game. Adam Reynolds returns, which is a huge end for the Broncos. And the Cowboys last week, they're down 18-4. If Raymond Fatalamarinus scores that try, they're down 24-4. Who knows? Maybe they do go on to lose that game with, maybe the momentum the Dragons have, or the Cowboys just can't find anything when they're down by 20 points. Yeah, it's going to be a really good Queensland derby, though. First of 2 in this round. I think the Broncos at Suncorp, huge advantage for them. I think the Broncos win this in a very good Queensland derby, 21-20, like all they were in 2016 and 15. This game, probably one of the least interesting games to preview this round, which is weird because it's still quite interesting. The Dragons and the Seagulls. The Dragons, I just talked about how if Fatalamarinus was on the ball, maybe their momentum carries them over the line against the Cowboys. Seagulls lost to Parramatta last week. Not too concerning. Parramatta are a good side, and they played at Combank. They're up 14-0 after 12 minutes, I'm pretty sure, Manly. I didn't really watch much of it. Well, actually, I didn't watch any of it because I was doing things, so I couldn't. But, yeah, I think Manly are a better team than the Dragons. I think Manly win 28-16. I think that the lineup's pretty much the same. I think Manly won 26-16. A Queensland derby, the second of this round. Titans and the Dolphins. The 2 newest clubs in the NRL, if you want to go there. game is more interesting than it seems. The Titans have started this season in the worst way they could possibly start it, with a really, really disappointing loss against the Dragons in round 1, and then getting absolutely battered by the Bulldogs last week at Belmore. It's really not looking good for the Titans, and with Tina out for the whole season, this could be a really long season for the Titans. They could really record like 4 wins. Nah, I'm kidding. But now Jaden Campbell back gives me slight hope for the Titans. But their attack and defense has been so poor in the first 2 rounds. They are in trouble. Now, these teams met twice last year. The Dolphins won both of them by 2 points. But I think the Dolphins will win. The Dolphins were disappointing in their first game. Beat the Dragons in 38-0, probably their best performance in their club's history. And yeah, I think the Dolphins are going to win 28-14. This game, really interesting. These teams played 3 times. The Warriors won twice, and Knights won once. Both of those, all 3 times, the home team won. The Warriors, both teams actually coming off their first win against an undefeated side at home. I think the Warriors, I don't think they were at their best against the Raiders, but they had to get a win. And the Knights, their first half against the Storm was good. They did let them back in the game though a bit near the end, but I think the Knights still got the win. I think the Warriors win 22-16. This game, kind of interesting. These teams have a weird history of versing each other. I'm pretty sure it's like both teams have a better record against the other at the other's home ground, if that makes any sort of sense. Both teams coming off their first loss. Sharks losing to the Tigers, and the Raiders losing to the Warriors. I think because it's in Cronulla, I'd still say the Sharks are better. The Raiders had like a really long winning streak against the Sharks until not even the last round, the last game of the regular season last year. For both these sides, and the whole competition, I guess. But yeah, I think the Sharks, they should win this. They're a better team than the Raiders, I would say. It's going to be a close game. Definitely going to be a good game to watch on your Easter Sunday. I think, the Raiders hold their heads up high after that Warriors game. They weren't that terrible. And the Sharks are pretty disappointing, though. I would say, though, the Sharks will win this game. Don't know how much, but I think they'll win 26-18. The last game, the best game, Tigers and the Eels. I won't go much towards the Tigers side of things because I'll do a whole video of that previewing their game. But Easter Monday, I think the Eels win. Not at it. And the Eels, their win last week was good. After being down 14-0 after 12 minutes, I didn't really see their game, to be completely honest. But it seemed like they took control in the second half, what it seemed like. Good from Easter Monday. Both these Easter clashes are much more interesting to preview, considering either both sides have started the season off pretty poorly, or in this case, pretty decently. Eagles are 2-1, Tigers are 1-1, but are effectively 2-1 for bye. I think the Tigers are going to win 20-16. Still in the vote. Anyways, that's my round 4 tips and predictions. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a happy Easter. Peace.